welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura Valenzuela. Thank you guys so much for watching today. So in today's video, I am going to be creating this look with you guys that I have on my eyes right now. And this is how it looks. I just want to kind of show it off to you guys so you guys can see how it looks, get the whole gist of everything. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Norvina palette. This is her volume 1 Pro Pigment palette. This is all pigments, no shadows, no shades. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. This is a pigment palette and it does contain 25 shades. It looks like this, and I'm sure you guys have seen it everywhere. It has a huge mirror in it, and these are how the shades do look. I hope that it's showing up right. I'm not sure if my lights are washing it out. I'm pretty sure they're washing them out, but they're really, really beautiful shades. And I did do some swatches for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and insert some clips as well of swatches of this palette. And I just want to share with you guys this look and how I created it and my thoughts on this palette. As you guys can tell, I'm already in love. I'm sold. I'm done. My coin's gone. It's been gone. I already paid for it. It's mine. So I just wanted to share with you guys how to create this look, and if you guys are interested in any other videos, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to my channel if you are not already. Come on, what are you guys waiting for? And also, I am sick. I'm very congested, and if you guys hear that in this video, I just wanted to let you guys know I've been sick for about a week and a half already. I've been meaning to film this video for you guys for a while, but I did get really, really sick, so I really couldn't even get out of bed. Today's the first day that I actually feel a little bit better, but I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm very congested. I feel like my head is underwater, so bear with me in this video, you guys. I'm going to try and edit it as best that I possibly could for you, but let's go ahead and get into this video so you guys can see how I create this look. So the first thing I'm going to use is this, let's see, this Anastasia primer that did come in the, it came with the palette, you guys, as like a trial size, which I appreciate. I'm glad that I get to try this. I don't really use eye primers. I usually use concealer and a little bit of powder, which is why I did use a little bit of concealer on my eyelids, but I didn't set it yet, so I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on my eyelids. So I'm going to start off with this Anastasia of Beverly Hills eye primer. This is for your eyes. I haven't used this. This is like a sample size, a little trial size. I normally wouldn't use eye primer. I like to use concealer and a little bit of setting powder, but for today I am going to go ahead and take a little bit of this and pat it onto my eyes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. That's how, I'm not trying to flip you guys off. That is how the eye primer looks, and that's how it looks on the back of my hand. It's like a little cream pink color. So I'm just going to pat that on my eyelids. And then I'm going to go in with my E30 brush by Morphe and just kind of start blending that out. Like I said, I usually use concealer, but for today I'm just going to go ahead and try this out. I mean, it came with it, so we'll see how it works. You guys, I hate doing my hair before I film, and I hate doing my hair in general. I usually like to just either straighten it or curl it, and that's it. But as you guys can tell, I have a bunch of little flyaways. So the first shade, oop, I almost dropped it. So the first shade I did want to use in this palette is going to be this pink shade right here at the end of the first row. And this is in the shade A5. And I'm not sure if it's showing up as vibrant as it is, but this is a very, very vibrant hot pink color. So I did want to go ahead and start off with that one. And as always, I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe M441 brush, I think. It is a little bit stained from the last time I used it. Wow, that is so vibrant. So what I'm doing is I'm placing it down and then buffing it out. So I kind of tug at it and place it where I need it to be and then start buffing it out. And you guys, this is a very, very vibrant hot pink. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out as much as I can and then just start adding more and more as I go. And you guys, this is very, very good pigmentation. I know it's going to stain my eyes, but that's okay. Okay, you guys, so as you guys can tell, that's very, very pigmented. If you guys can see, it's showing up really, really pretty, really vibrant. It's kind of washing it out on my cameras, on my like camera from what I can see in my viewfinder, but it's very bright, vibrant. It's not patchy, it's not skipping. I'm just going ahead and doing little by little and kind of building it up, but this does go a long way. So you guys, I like to always start with just a little bit and kind of work my way and build my way up with this color or with any colors really. I don't like to just apply a ton at a time. I like to, it's just the way I work and the way that helps me to kind of create a look. So that's what I'm comfortable with doing. And you guys, I do focus a lot on the inner corner as well as the outer corner because I like to pack a punch on the inner and outer corner. I know a lot of people do a little bit of color on the inner corner. I love a vibrant inner corner, so that's why I do go in with color right there. Okay, you guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the second shade in the palette that I'm going to be using. And I am going to be using the shade B1 right here in the corner. And it's the second row, the first color in the second row. And it's such a beautiful purple color. As you guys can tell, all these colors are so beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and go to B1 and apply that as my second transition color. And with this one, I'm going to be taking a Morphe M514 brush just to kind of go a little bit lower. It is a little bit more of a densely packed, and that is how that looks. You guys, how awesome is this color? This is kind of a fuchsia shade. It's more of a pink purple shade, which I really like because it does have a hint of pink into this purple, and it's very, very vibrant as well. You guys, that blended out so easily. It blended out like a dream. Like I didn't have to do any work. It's so pretty. I am dragging it out a little bit because I do want more of a wing effect. You guys, how easy that B1 shade did blend out was No joke, it blended out so pretty. I know that you guys can't really, I hope that it's not washing it out and blending the colors together, but this is the B1 shade, and then it blended really pretty into that A5 shade that we used. So now I'm going to go ahead, and you guys don't have to use this many brushes. I just want to see every color for what it is and kind of give it a fair shot. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the M433 brush. I'm going to go ahead and go into the A2 shade right here in the palette. And that's a little bit of a lavender shade, I would say. So I'm going to go into that shade and start building the purples into my crease, because I do want this to become more of a purple eye instead of a pink eye. I just wanted it to fade into the pink colors. So this is how that looks. It does pick up a lot of pigment. So I'm going to go ahead and place this right on top of that second shade. And you guys, how beautiful is that? I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. It's so pretty, you guys, and all these colors are blending out so beautifully. I'm very, very impressed. Not that I thought anything less of this palette. I was honestly so excited about this. I went ahead and lowered the brightness a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. Only because they were all kind of looking pink and it's not like showing what I'm seeing in my mirror. So I went ahead and lowered the brightness a little bit because it was washing me out. So I did want you guys to see the full impact of these shadows. So as you guys can tell, there is that lavender shade, or that A2 shade. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with that first brush, or let me see. Yeah, with that first brush that we used for the A5 shade. And I'm just going to start adding the pink right back into the outer edges, just so we don't lose that. And I'm going to go back in with the M433 brush that we used the A2 shade with. And now I'm going to be using it to go into this shade right next to it. And it is in the shade A3. And it's right here in the palette. And this one's more of a plum purple look. So I'm just going to start building up all the purples in this palette and see how many we can use. So I'm just going to start packing that on the outer edge of the eye. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with an even smaller brush, and this is the Morphe oh my gosh, I can't even say it. The Morphe M562 brush, and this is a little bit more of a denser, smaller brush than the last one. As you guys can tell, it's a lot smaller, a lot more tapered. Same with this one. This one was a more tapered than the first one that we used, and then now we're going into a smaller tapered brush. I'm going to go ahead and mix these two purple shades together in the palette, and those are the shades B4 and B5. just to get it a little bit darker on these outer corners. So I'm just going to mix those two purple shades together to kind of create a darker, deeper purple shade. And I'm just going to stick that right here on the outer corners. And just start working it into my crease, which is like the socket of my eye right here. So I can deepen that up just a little bit more. And then right here, I'm going to go a little bit higher because I do have kind of a hooded eye. So when I do create my cut crease, I want this to go a little bit higher so I don't lose that purple shade. So now that I placed that down, I'm going to go in with that last brush that we used and start buffing that color out so it's not just dark right there. Okay, so now with another M433 brush, I'm going to go ahead and go into the black in the palette right here. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that to continue to deepen up the outer corner. And that is in the shade D5. So literally the smallest amount because I don't know how pigmented this is. And I don't want it to look black. I just want to deepen up the outer corner. I'm going to go back in with that small brush and kind of continue to blend this color up. And then back in with the black. And I know it looks really messy right now, but like I said, everything comes together. I just need a little bit of this to kind of deepen up that outer corner. And that black just does something to this eye look. I don't know, it just creates a better blended eye look, in my opinion. And I really just want it for the outer corners of the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of my makeup wipes and go ahead and start cleaning the eye look up. Okay. And I'm going to go back in with this brush with no extra added product to it. This is the first one that we used with the A5 color, which was that pink color, and I just want to go ahead and blend these colors out, make sure that there's no harsh lines, and just blend all these colors together. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease, and I'll be right back with you guys to show you guys the next couple of steps. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and did a cut crease. I know it looks a little messy on the outer edges, but that's okay because I'm going to come in with purple to kind of blend it in. I just mainly wanted it for the center of the eye. So the next color I am going to be going in with is going to be this white shade in the palette. and it's the shade C1. I figure I always do glitter on the eyelid or something like that. We all know these glitters probably perform amazing. I might go into the center of the eye with it, but for starting off, I want to use the white shade just to see how it performs. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this brush right here. And this is a Revolution BX80 brush. So I'm going to take that white shade and kind of just pat it on the lid of my eye. Okay, I kind of made a mess with it. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this brush right here. And I'm not sure what brush this is. It did come off, so I'm going to go ahead and just go onto the center of my lid with this. This is a little bit more dense of a brush. Wow. And I'm going to use this flat brush right here just to go a little bit closer to the edge of the cut crease. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with that smaller brush, and I'm going to dip into the purples, the B4 and B5 shades that we used towards the end there, and start deepening up this outer crease and kind of blending them together with the white. I'm going to go ahead and take my finger and go into the shade A1 in the palette, which is that first shade. It's a sparkly color, and I'm just going to go in the center of where the purple shadow and the white shadow meet, just to see if that makes a difference. That's super pretty, you guys. And normally I wouldn't create a look like this, and I wouldn't even think of putting the white on my lid or anything like that. But I thought, why not give this a shot? This kind of geared me to do something different and just to create, which is what I love with makeup. I'm going to take this brush and kind of mix it into those two purples in the palette, as well as with the D5 color, which is the black. And just start deepening up that outer corner. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the other eye, and I will be right back with you guys. Okay, you guys, I understand that I look a little bit crazy right now, especially with how crazy dramatic these eyes are. I love dramatic looks, anything cut crease, anything dramatic, anything colorful. That's my vibe, you guys. I love just creating. It's my thing, and it's not perfect. It's just how I know how to do it. So I will be right back with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pop on some liner and some lashes and mascara, and then we'll be right back to continue with the under eyes. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and do my face makeup off camera, just so we don't waste so much time and we can come in with the rest of the look. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop on my lashes and liner and a little bit of foundation concealer. You know what I mean by a little bit, basically cake it on. So I'll be right back with you guys, and I'll give my camera a moment to charge because it is dying. The battery's like already blinking at me, and I would hate it to die right now. So of course I still got to go back into my eyes and blend a little bit more, but we'll be right back and we'll continue with that. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and added a little bit of liner and some lashes and mascara, and I went ahead and did the rest of my face of makeup just to get this process going. I really just wanted to focus on the Norvina palette because it's that beautiful. It's so amazing. I love this so far. As you guys can tell, everything blended out perfectly. Everything worked amazing. So let's go ahead and continue with the rest of the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the A5 shade, which is that pink shade in the palette. And I'm just going to start buffing that underneath my eye. I'm going to take this brush right here, and it is the Luxie 131 Mini Angled Brush. So I'm going to go ahead and take that brush, and I'm just going to start buffing that A5 shade underneath my eyes on the lower lash line. And I'm just going to drag that color down. I really want it to go underneath the bone right here. That's kind of where my stopping point is. You guys know I love a nice blown out look. I don't like something too kind of like perfect lines or anything. I kind of just go with it, and I love that blown out look. So I'm going to continue with this pink and just start packing that on and buffing it out. And I love the mirror on this packaging. It's so nice. It's very clear. It's very beautiful. You could see your whole look in this mirror, which I really like. It does get kind of heavy, but I mean, I love the size of this mirror. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go in with this brush right here. It's the Mini Tapered Luxie 121 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of skip over these shades right here and just go into these dark purples, which is B4 and B5. I'm going to go ahead and mix those together and start adding that to the lower lash line as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into a little bit of the black in the palette. And I'm going to take that on this domed brush right here. This is the Luxie 141. As you guys can tell, I'm really congested. I can't even hear myself at some points. But I hope that this video isn't not worth it and it actually works out. And I'm just adding that on the outer corners of the eyes just to kind of deepen that up a little bit. And I'm just going to take this brush right here with no added color to it, and I'm just going to start blending that down. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this white liner, and I'm going to run that on my lower lash line. Okay, so now that I have that white eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of lower lash mascara. I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm just going to kind of define all the little areas that aren't blended out. Okay, to give this look a little bit more of a pop, I'm going to go ahead and insert a little bit of this on the inner corner lines. As you guys can tell, every time I do a purple look or anything that has to do with purple, I love to add this color. This is the Shimmer Veil and it's in the shade Amethyst by Cover FX. I had got this in a BoxyCharm long ago, but I honestly just started playing with it and I fell in love with it. It is, you kind of have to, it's like a learning curve to use this. It dries out pretty fast, so you have to work quick with it and kind of buff it out. So I didn't know how to use it at first and I didn't really like it, but now I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit to the back of my hand, and it looks like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that on my brush and start adding that to my inner corners of this look. And you guys, as you guys can tell, it does add a little bit of a pop to the inner corners and a little bit of a glisten, which I like. It just brightens it up a little bit. This is very purple, very crazy for me. I love this whole like makeup look. I just, as you guys can tell, this is so beautiful. I don't know if you guys like it, but I honestly love it. I did pair that with this lipstick, and it's in the shade Enchanted, which is really pretty. I used a pink lip liner. You can use any pink lip liner. I just used like a pink purple lip liner. Not sure where I put. Now what I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of that white shade in the palette, and I'm just going to start taking that on a flat shader brush and dusting it off, because that one is very, very dusty. So I'm just going to take that and start highlighting my brow bone, just so it's not so much color up there, because I did take it a little bit high. I just kind of want to highlight it a little bit so it's not so dark right there. And then kind of using that first brush that we took that pink with and just buffing that pink out so it's not so stark. There we go. That looks so much better. Just a little bit goes a long way, you guys. And as you guys can tell, that white works so good. I don't know if you guys can see that. It just creates such a difference in your look. I always forget this step, honestly, but when I do remember to do it, I just see how much of a difference it does go on your look. Alrighty, you guys, so this is going to be the completed look using the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Norvina Volume 1 palette. And honestly, you guys, I am shook to the core with this palette. I am in love, like I am with most of the products that I get. For the most part, most of the products that I do get, like the eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that, I do buy them because most likely it's something that I'm attracted to, something that I think that it's going to be really good and it's gonna work. I'm not just trying to buy products that I don't think that are gonna do so well. So that's not what my channel is about. I do gear more towards the products that I think I'm more attracted to, the products that I'm gonna like for the most part. And I hope that's okay with you guys. If there's ever anything that you guys think I should try, let me know in the comments down below. But for the most part, I try and buy the things that I am geared towards. And that's why I love this palette so much. It was such inspiration to see this palette. I fell in love as soon as I seen it on Instagram. It was so beautiful. You guys, this is an amazing palette. Very, very beautiful. Very much worth your money for the most part on all the shadows that I did use today. I didn't really touch any of the shimmers. I did go ahead and go into this one right here in the palette, which is a kind of a holographic lavender shimmer, which is really pretty, but I just lightly dusted that on the outer corners of my eyes. I try to go with more of a matte look today, as you guys can tell, besides the little shimmer that I added on the inner corner with my Cover FX Amethyst liquid shadow. I think that's what this is. But other than that, I didn't go into any of the glitter shadows in here, or like the shimmer shades in here. Only because I always do that. So this time I wanted to do something a little bit different and kind of use different shades that I normally wouldn't use. For the most part, I love pinks and I love purples, but I don't think I've done a purple look on my channel. So I figured why not go into that. I am very, very attracted to this row right here with the oranges and the golds and yellows. So I'm really excited to use those. I think that's going to be my next look. But it does also have deeper, darker shades. The blue, the red, all those shades are so gorgeous. If you guys want to see different looks, I think with this palette, I am going to go ahead and create different looks. If you guys want to see that, I'll do like part 2, part 3 for a different look. Just something more geared towards like the bottom rows right here. If you guys want to see that, go ahead and stay tuned. But for the most part, I did fall in love with this palette. I can't wait to continue to use it. Like I said, I've been waiting and holding on to using this because I've been so sick this last week. And by the time it did come, I either had a shift that day to work and I was supposed to film the next day, but then I ended up getting so sick and I've been in bed for the last week. So I don't know if you guys can tell, I have really bad congestion, and I just wanted to get on here and see what I can do with this palette. I was so excited. So the moment I got a chance to, I went ahead and said, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go ahead and film. So I do love this palette. If you guys are interested, if you guys love color, if you guys like to dabble into being your creative self that you are, I would recommend this palette. It's not for everybody, I know it's not, but for the most part, for myself, I'm so in love with it, and I know that I'm going to reach for this palette a lot, especially on those days where I'm feeling really creative and I'm feeling kind of spontaneous and wanting to use color. So I love the fact that I have this in my collection. Kudos to Norvina. I love this palette. I love the look that she had on her campaign. I think I'm going to create one of those looks as well with this palette. We'll see. I might go on my Instagram live for that, but for now, I'm so in love with this palette, and I can't say so many, like, I can't even stop talking about it. It's so amazing. You guys check it out for yourselves if you guys want to be creative. If it's something that you're interested in, definitely say it's worth your money. Like I said, I did order this on the Anastasia of Beverly Hills website because it was sold out on the Sephora website, and it did take about 6 days to get here, 6 to 7 days to get here, only because I didn't pay for that shipping to get here within 3 days, which is fine. I mean, I'm not gonna waste money just for it to get here. Either way, I'm doing my review on it. It's my opinion that matters to myself. So if you guys like my opinion, thank you. If you guys are interested, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.